Sir, how can we actually improve our society by our character? Like, how can we make some changes in the society then?
Well, let me be very clear about that. I just told you just a while ago that you cannot do anything about others. Changing the society has never been, on my cards. When I started working about character development, it was not that I would like to bring about a change in the society. I don't know. The change in the society might come. It might actually, but what can I do about it? I don't know. All I can do again is to improve myself, number one. And by improving myself, I will have a better influence on others. You are definitely, one thing should be absolutely clear, you are going to have an influence on others and you have no choice in that, none whatsoever. Now the only choice that you have is whether it is going to be a good influence or a bad influence. आप अपने सर्कल में when you move around, when you act, when you behave, when you share your thoughts, all these things are going to have an impact on others. All these things. Just think about it. When you talk to your friends, whatever you are talking about most of the time, if you look at it, it becomes a part of your thought processes. Whatever you are talking about, most of the times, your topics are going to be a part of your thought processes. This is what you will be thinking about at home as well, most of the times. Because this is how we are. वो जो किसी ने कहा है ना जी कि your company, इंसान अपनी कंपनी से पहचाना जाता है, ये बात ठीक है. आपकी कंपनी जो कुछ कर रही है, जिन लोगों में आप ज़्यादा देर रहते हैं और जो कॉन्वर्सेशंस आपकी हैं हर रोज़ की वक्तन फ़वक्तन जो हो रही हैं, जिसको आप सीरियसली ले रहे हैं, वो कॉन्वर्सेशन और वो लैंग्वेज जो है जिसमें वो बोली जा रही, ये सारी चीज़ें आप पर इम्पैक्ट कर रही हैं. Without your knowing it, you see, that is how you learnt your language in the first place, because you lived in this society. Your parents spoke the language that you are speaking today. So this is how we get influenced by others, and we cannot stop that influence. That is the most important thing. Being conscious of this fact, that you cannot stop your influence from going down, going to others. Being conscious of this makes you conscientious that you are going to be a better person, and that is all that you are required to do, all that you can do. You cannot do more than that. अब होता क्या है कि हम चूँकि we have eyes. You see, when I'm talking to you, as I'm talking to you, the only thing I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 4, 10, 11, 12 faces over here. The only face that I cannot see is my own. Isn't that interesting? And that is the only face that I have. Likewise, most of the time, I cannot observe my behaviors, my thoughts, my feelings. Most of the times, I can see what you are doing and I can critically see what you're doing, but I rarely critically see what I am doing. है ना ये बात? क्यों? और इसमें देखें क्या होता है. How do I see my face? आपने देखा तो होगा ना अपना चेहरा. How did you see that? In the mirror. Likewise, to be able to understand your thought processes, your behaviors, your motives, all these things, your initiatives, what kind of a person you are, what kind of a character you have, you need a mirror in the shape of your friends, your colleagues who are with you, those who are your well-wishers. समझ में आती है ये बात? यानी आप जब देखेंगे ना कि ये हैं मेरे दोस्त, तो आपको लगेगा कि अच्छा फिर मैं भी यही हूँ. This is what I am too. So I believe that it's a very important thing to recognize that we live in an interactive world, and the most conscientious way of going about it is to become a better person, ताकि मेरा इन्फ्लुएंस अच्छा हो जाए. क्योंकि देखिए वो आपने सुना है वो कॉन्सेप्ट जो है सदका जारिया का, सुना ही होगा ना. सदका जारिया, perpetuating charity. You do something which is going to benefit somebody 100 years down the road, and it continues to benefit people after even you've gone from the world. So you're going to get rewarded for it. And likewise, what we generally miss out is a perpetuating sin, for instance. You do something wrong, you leave a bad tradition, and it continues after your death. After you leave this scene, it still continues. So it will keep on, debiting your account, right? So you have to be careful, because sometimes by not being very conscious of what we are doing, we can do something wrong.